Hi! This time on Saturday Special, we look at the story of Daniel. It's been really nice. You're watching CITAM ChurchOnline. Parents, it's a joy to just have enough content for us. Looking for content for us, for our children, for ourselves, for our own time of reading God's Word. And so today, we're going to look at the story of Daniel and how he was put in the lion's den. I want to read from the NIV version, Daniel chapter 6, and as is my habit, I'm going to dramatize it. So if you've never watched it, sit tight. Please subscribe. Please comment. Directly inbox me. I pray that as you watch this and as you listen, that the children too can ask questions and you will let us know what they've asked. All right? Daniel chapter 6 from verse 1. It pleased Darius to appoint 120 satraps to rule throughout the kingdom, with 3 administrators over them, one of whom was Daniel. The satraps were made accountable to them so that the king might not suffer loss. Now, Daniel so distinguished himself among the administrators and the satraps by his exceptional qualities that the king planned to set him over the whole kingdom. At this, the administrators and satraps tried to find ground for charges against Daniel in his conduct of government affairs, but they were unable to do so. They could find no corruption on him. Wow, what a testimony! Because he was trustworthy and neither corrupt nor negligent. Finally, these men said, "We will never find any basis for charges against this man Daniel unless he has something to do with the law of his God." So the administrators and the satraps went as a group to the king and said, "O King Darius, live forever. The royal administrators, prefects, satraps, advisors, and governors have all agreed that the king should issue an edict and enforce the decree that anyone who prays to any god or man during the next 30 days, except you, O king, shall be thrown into the lion's den. Now, O king, issue the decree and put it in writing so that it cannot be altered in accordance to the laws of the Medes and the Persians, which cannot be repealed." So King Darius put the decree in writing. Now, when Daniel learned that the decree had been published, he went home to his upstairs room, where the windows opened toward Jerusalem. 3 times a day, he got down on his knees and he prayed, giving thanks to God just as he had done before. Then these men went as a group and found Daniel praying and asking God for help. So they went to the king and they spoke about him, about his royal decree. "Did you not publish a decree that during the next 30 days, anyone who prays to any god or man except to you, O king, would be thrown into the lion's den?" The king answered, "The decree stands in accordance with the laws of the Medes and Persians, which cannot be repealed." Then they said to the king, "Daniel, who is one of the exiles from Judah, pays no attention to you, O king, or to the decree you put in writing. He still prays 3 times a day." When the king heard this, he was greatly distressed. He was determined to rescue Daniel and made every effort until sundown to save him. Then the men went as a group to the king and said, "Remember, O king, that according to the law of the Medes and Persians, no decree or edict that the king issues can be changed." So the king gave the order, and they brought Daniel and threw him into the lion's den. And the king said to Daniel, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." A stone was brought and placed over the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet ring with the rings of the nobles, so that Daniel's situation might not be changed. Then the king returned to his palace and spent the night without eating and without any entertainment being brought to him. He could not sleep. At the first light of dawn, The king got up and hurried to the lion's den. When he came near the den, he called to Daniel in an anguished voice. This is the king. Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God whom you serve continually been able to rescue you from the lions? Daniel answered, O king, live forever. My God has sent angel, and my God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight. Nor have I ever done any wrong before you, O king. The king was overjoyed and gave orders to lift Daniel out of the den. And when Daniel was lifted from the den, no wound was found on him, because he had trusted in his God. At the king's command, the men who had falsely accused Daniel were brought in and thrown into the lion's den along with their wives and children. And before they reached the floor of the den, the lions overpowered them and crushed all their bones. Yikes! Then King Darius wrote to all the peoples, nations, and the men in every language throughout the land. May you prosper greatly. I issue a decree that in every part of my kingdom, people must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. For he is the living God. He endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will never end. He rescues and he saves. He performs signs and wonders in the heavens and on earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions. So Daniel prospered during the reign of Darius and the reign of Cyrus the Persian. What a story. Daniel in the lion's den. Wow, there's a little song I used to sing for little kids. So here's for you. This is for you little ones. Who's the king of the jungle? Wow. And you do like a lion. Who's the king of the sea? Who's the king of the universe? The jungle land of me, I tell you. Jesus. Yes! He's the king of me. He's the king of the universe, the jungle land of me. Daniel, God saved. God sent his angel who shut the lion's mouth. He's an amazing God. You know what, children? You know what, moms and dads? Sometimes we find ourselves in situations where it feels like we're in the lion's den, like there's enemies around us, but God shuts the mouths of those situations that could kill us, that would cause us death. God is saying, hang in there. He loves you and I. He cares for us. The night will be over soon, and we will celebrate what God is doing. So, next time you feel really bad, remember there was somebody in our situation. There was Daniel in the lion's den. I can imagine, I don't think it was like 1 lion, 2 lion, 3 lion, 4 lion, 5 lions. There may have been many, but God caused all of them. Shut their mouths. Wow. Have you ever thought of it this way? He had lions for his mattress. Ooh, like his pillow. That's nice. Like God can really cause you to rest in the middle of ugly situations. He is God and he loves you and I. And so mommy and daddy, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, whoever you are, may God come through for you in that dark pit. Whatever the laws of the Medes and the Persians, they couldn't be altered. Whatever the situation is that cannot be altered, may God give you and I a season of just enjoying his presence and receiving his answers in due time. God bless you. It's been lovely talking to you on CITAM Church Online. We'll see you in the evening with Pastor Linda, tomorrow morning with Bishop, in the evening with Pastor Kuchio, and along the week with the other culture influencers on CITAM Church Online. See you next Saturday though on CITAM, on Saturday special on CITAM Church Online. Bye. Inbox, subscribe, talk to us. Thank you.